At the top of the agenda at the Doha climate talks, finding a way to extend the Kyoto Protocol. It's due to run out at the end of this year, and if it does, so too will the commitments of a number of developed countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. Fewer and fewer developed countries have committed to an extension, making the treaty even weaker than before.
What developing countries are asking for today, when they say they want a Kyoto Protocol extension, is that they want the principle of equity, differentiation and target-based approach to continue in the future as well. That's why Kyoto Protocol matters.
Delegates have also been working on what will replace the Kyoto Protocol. Under Kyoto, only some developed countries made binding commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It's hoped a new treaty will include binding cuts for all countries, especially India, China and the United States. But there is still disagreement on how those reductions should be calculated. At best, it's hoped delegates at Doha will agree on a work plan for the next few years to advance progress on the new treaty. It's been suggested this enormous spider, a piece of modern art, has become a symbol of the progress or lack of progress being made at the talks here in Doha. What no one appears to be able to agree on, though, is whether the talks have been moving forwards, backwards, or simply standing still. Also on the agenda, how to find money for the newly created Green Climate Fund. Based in South Korea, it's supposed to cover the cost of aid to help poor countries deal with climate change. But exactly where it will find what's hoped to be $100 billion a year by 2020 is unclear.
There will be money, and of course the developed countries aren't resigning from a $100 billion commitment. They're saying they're committed to that. But to build trust that it's going to be real, agreeing to some mid-term targets so that by, say, 2015, 2016, there should be so much committed would really help the atmosphere for negotiations here.
As the talks continue, there's growing pressure on those negotiating. Non-government groups say the outcome of COP18 is a test. They say the world's leaders must demonstrate to their own people, if not the rest of the world, that they're serious about tackling climate change. Tarek, Bazley, Jazeera, Doha.